slept in a smidge, got ready in our Upper West Side hotel, and now we are heading to Bluestone Lane, a new little boutique bagel shop, new for both of us.
Yes.
And then we're gonna head over to Central Park, but we are here!
Yay!
So we are currently taking a nice late morning stroll through Central Park.
Enjoying the shade and the beauty.
It is like the perfect temperature.
Oh my gosh.
It's like 78 probably. There's like a tiny little breeze. Just past all the people in line for Shakespeare in the Park, which is free and apparently amazing. But they line up and they sit there all day.
Starting at 6 a.m.
Highly recommend Blue Plate?
Blue Lane Coffee?
Blue Lane Coffee. Just kidding. Highly recommend Blue Lane Coffee. They did not have bagels. However, I had my first avocado toast, which was delicious.
But California had it in New York, so.
Literally. First avocado toast. Also, they do have a coffee shop in LA.
2 of them.
It was aesthetically very Californian. We were like, of course, the Angelinos find the most like LA coffee shop. It just called us in, but super good, super clean bathroom, which is crucial in the city.
Yes, you gotta find them.
You gotta find them. And now we have made our way
Nice little Belvedere Castle check-in.
over to everyone's favorite urban castle.
All the grams. Grim in the grams, gram in the grams.
Bottom of Central Park. Sarah and I have never taken pictures on the rocks, so naturally had to. Exis house behind us, and all the new high rises, which are loved / hated in the city. Just had a lovely couple take some photos. I'll insert here and here. And now we're gonna make our way over to Bryant's Park. The rooms. They also offer 1-hour tours daily. We're going up 4, right? Yeah. They offer tours at 11 and 2, at least during the weekdays. So we're not going to do that this time around. But we're just going to kind of get lost and see what we find. Yay. Sorry, the color's changing a lot here. I will fix that.
just had a lovely time exploring the New York Public Library. It was kind of under construction, but we still saw the beautiful ceilings. We fell deep into the gift store. We wanted to buy everything: tote bags, books, gifts for Thad, gifts for Lindsay, gifts for Dex, gifts for ourselves, posters, maps, you name it, all of it. And then we found the only jewelry that we liked was by someone from California, so we're kind of on a theme. We love you, New York, but Angelinos at heart. So we're taking a little rest in Bryant Park and enjoying the shade, the curated trees, the free energy drink, okay, provided, and we're a little ahead of schedule, so we can maybe explore some other things. I have a couple ideas, maybe Elizabeth Street Garden. We will see what happens.
Found ourselves in Elizabeth Street Garden in
One of my favorite places.
Soho. Took the train down here for a little shopping and a little exploration. This place literally looks like an enchanted fairyland, and it's tucked into like all these little shops and restaurants. You would almost miss it if you didn't know it was here. We love an urban garden moment. It's like the coolest little place. It's so eclectic and artsy, and it's really small. It just situated between two little blocks, but there's tables and there's people reading, and they really want you to respect the garden space, so you can't like sit on the ledges, and it's meant to kind of just be a quiet space to sit and chat and read. So pretty. We found the coolest bookstore in Soho. What is it called?
Housing Works.
Housing Works.
They are a non-profit that obviously you can, it's like the Goodwill, but you donate to them and they help out houselessness, people who struggle with that in the city.
Yeah, so pretty sure almost all of the collection are completely donated, thrifted books.
Yes, we found some great ones.
And the money goes towards basically people in need all over the city. They also have magazines, children's books,
Postcards,
vintage postcards,
albums,
note cards, albums, movies, DVDs,
and a cafe here.
and
We're gonna go to the thrift store next.
yes, and they put out water for people. It's the coolest spot. Everyone's been super friendly. There's also places to sit and work and chat. So a hidden gem in Soho. I'll be
Check it
putting
out.
all of this in a blog post, so don't worry. But
Housing Works.
had to check in and tell you about this place.
Yes.
Favorite places in the entire city. Bar 65 at Rockefeller Center. It's free to come out here. It's free to come to the bar. You get a delicious cocktail and the incredible view for basically the same price as it is to go to the top of the rock viewing deck. So yeah,
and you can
highly
see,
recommend.
Like, all the Manhattan compared to other. You're going to see the Empire State Building, because if you go to the viewing deck there, you're missing the rest of the view. So it truly is
Very true, and you
a
can
great
even
view of the whole southern part of the island.
Yep, and you can see all the way down to Tribeca, and then you can even see out to Ellis
Statue of Liberty.
Island and the Statue of Liberty back
You
there.
can see the ball right over there.
Right over there.
All the views.
All the views. All the views.
Hudson.
And again, for the price of one.
Delicious cocktail.
dark in here, but
we're back.
unfortunately we can't go outside on the Central Park side, so I'm gonna try to film a little clip so that you guys can see it. You will also notice that there's a number of residential high-rises going up that obstruct the view, which is really
Unfortunate.
yeah, it's a really huge bummer, and I'm pretty sure they're really like high-end residential spaces. We're contemplating how anyone could even afford to live there. It's probably a lot of offshore
Like
investors.
the architecture just doesn't match. Old school, beautiful New York.
Yeah, so, but I will say the downtown view, beautiful.
Lush.
You can definitely spend time on the deck there. Again, the Central Park side, the north side, that view, you can't see from outside anymore.
No, they've changed. We used to just be able to sit at tables.
Yeah! So I will be sure in the blog
Seen this
post.
place change.
Yeah, I'll be sure in the blog post to kind of give you guys updates on the places we've gone this time around and how they're different from the last time. And I'll be sure to include links as well. But
Still a good place.
Still recommend this place. Also recommend the Rosé Royale. Sarah got the now empty.
Mezcal sour. It had a cucumber rumba.
Yeah, cucumber rumba.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Light notes of smokiness. Lots of fruit.
They also do a lot of signature cocktails based on like type of liqueur. They do signature cocktails based on the different boroughs.
Yes.
So it's definitely a fun place to come if you want kind of a signature New York cocktail experience. So another quick pro tip about Bar 65 is that they have really beautiful bathrooms. So if you come here for a drink before dinner or before a show, you have a beautiful space to freshen up in, which is what we just did. So we are headed to my first Broadway show.
I think they're gonna do this in the show.
So we did a little hair proofing, freshened up the makeup. So wearing mostly Revlon. It's staying all day. Also the Kula makeup setting spray, which was in Sarah's FabFitFun box, has also been a total godsend.
Outfits.
Outfits.
I don't even know what's my brand. What's my brand?
Oh, I don't even know
what
mine.
it is.
This was a dress that I got in like a clothing swap.
What does it say?
Oh, let me see, hold on.
It's an orange dress.
Donna Morgan. Donna Morgan.
Love Donna.
She cuts a good dress.
Donna.
I don't know what mine is, but I got it at a swap.
Summary.
Got it at a swap.
I look like I come from LA.
Yep.
True.
Because we're wearing some bright colors.
They're like, you're not from New York. That's right. Proud.
And yeah, here we go. We have made it to Broadway. We are at the Broadway Theater. We're about to see King Kong. So this is going to be my first Broadway show. Third time in New York City, but this is going to be my first time ever seeing a show on Broadway. King Kong's supposed to be amazing and won the Tony Award for Best Creature Effects, and we are excited. Yeah. We booked through Today Tix through our phone on the mobile app, which was super great. Got $49 tickets for the upper mezzanine, which is pretty fantastic given the usual rate of Broadway shows. Our seats are amazing.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Up high in the middle.
I feel like we're going to be able to see the mechanics of Kong really well as well.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
All the creature. Save New York.
Save New York.
Save him. He actually has a heart.
It's true. It's true.
Kind of like.
Spoiler alert.
I mean.
Hopefully save her too. I'm excited to watch romance, the suspense, the adventure.
Oh my gosh.
That musical.
Woo, we did it.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, unlike anything we've ever seen. OMGs. We were saying the most interesting part was that you have this incredible lead, Christiana Pitts,
She was
playing
great.
Anne, carrying this incredible show.
Some great
And
talent.
yes. But instead of like opposite her being like a male lead, it was a creature.
Intense.
Which was manned by like 10 performers. It was incredible. It was very different, but I have to say the chorus was incredible. Like the dancers were amazing. I felt the choreography was so great. Like I felt like so traditional Broadway, because it's also sort of about Broadway and show business in general.
Did you see on the sign there? They had like the Broadway theater in the like background.
It was like very like Inception in terms of like theme. I'm glad we saw it before it went off, because I know that it's a very different type of show. You don't get shows like that often, obviously, where they're manning giant creatures. I mean, the Dragon in Wicked is probably the closest thing I've seen to something to that scale. It was amazing! And the theater was huge and beautiful, and I felt like we had a great audience.
For days.
And everybody like was snapping pictures at the end. It was so cool. Yeah, that was so neat. And I feel like they encouraged that too, which was neat. So anyways, we are making our way now through and towards Times Square. Alright, we are making our way through Times Square. A little crazy.
The typical.
And we are gonna find ourselves some pizza.
Yes!
First garlic knot. We are at Pizza Perfecto on the Upper West Side. Thank you, Amanda, for the recommendation. This is like the second best pizza I've ever had. The first being in San Francisco in Little Italy. I will leave a link for that as well below, but oh my gosh. So good. So good. On Madison Avenue. Incredible. It's a formal Ralph Lauren store, but they have this incredible coffee shop, which you have already seen inside. And then Sarah and I decided to take a tour of the store. She encouraged me to be brave and walk around the very high-end retailer, but was very cool. Everyone was super helpful. We got to see a ton of the fashion, a ton of the way that they designed the store. And then we went all the way to the top where they have Ralph Lauren Home, and the associate there was super sweet and opened up all of the vintage Ralph Lauren cases for us so we could see some of the vintage pieces and the antiques that they collect there at the store. Very cool. We stopped at the Met but learned that the pay what you want is actually only for New York locals with New York IDs. So unfortunately our little 30-minute jaunt to see the Camp Met Gala exhibit, sadly we weren't able to do that, but we have some extra time before our reservations at the Plaza, so we're going to check out some of the gift shops and the food halls, and of course going to take you guys with us. amazing. They surprised me with birthday macaroons and even sang. It was very sweet, super special with this one. And after a quick footwear change / chill out in the hotel, we are out now at District, which is a cocktail bar in Midtown, because we are going to meet up with some of our friends who live in the city. It's going to be like a reunion of sorts. Yeah, we'll try to be here for the next couple of hours, and then we will see where the night. Wanted to give you guys a quick update. It is quite a little bit later now. We had such a sweet time at District Social. I got to reunite with my sister-in-law Sabine, who lives just past Brooklyn. I also got to see two of my closest friends from college, Lauren and Lindsay, who have been living and thriving in New York since we all graduated 8 years ago. And it's always so sweet. I always see them when I come to New York City, and I feel like every few years we just have these little milestones to catch up, and I'm just reminded about how much I love them. And it's really special to reconnect with people who were part of like a previous chapter in your life and who knew you so many years ago, 12 years now, which is crazy. It's just really sweet and makes my heart feel very full. We also got to connect with one of my closest friends in LA's sisters. So Jordan, Bethany, and Rachel are sisters that we met through our church in LA, and Bethany just moved to New York a few months ago, and Rachel is here on a summer internship, so I got to see the two of them, which was super special because we bonded at Jordan's wedding, and even though they're not my sisters, they feel like my sisters in a way, so it was just so nice. Sarah got to reunite with a ton of her friends as well. It's just so great. I was shocked that even for the summer this many people were available to meet us on a Friday, but I have to say, if you're going to a city to visit and you know quite a few people across different groups, I can't recommend enough to just post up at a cocktail bar or a restaurant and have everyone just kind of come to you, whoever's available. It was like our own little mini reunion reception, and District Social let us save tables upstairs, which was really great. So if you're looking for a spot in Midtown Manhattan, recommend District Social. And now we have made our way over to Sarah's friend Scarlett's apartment in Chelsea. She used to live in Midtown and had an incredible rooftop view. She now lives in Chelsea, and as you can see, has an equally amazing rooftop view. And funnily enough, something that's kind of always been on my New York bucket list has been to see Scarlett's rooftop. Like, it was something that was really special to when Sarah lived here, and now, surprise! The night took us here. So we also had artichoke pizza, which I've never had before. Delicious. I will make sure I leave links down below. And yeah, I think we're probably going to head back to the Upper West Side soon, but I wanted to make sure I showed you guys this view. Good morning. It is Saturday, and I am currently having a very relaxing time in Central Park. Sarah is catching up with one of her really good friends, Amanda, this morning over coffee, and so I've got a little solo adventure time. So yeah, we slept in a little bit, headed out from the hotel. We are still on the Upper West Side, but I'm just enjoying the slow start to the day. I normally don't love being by myself, as I am super extroverted, but these moments are nice to just kind of stop and reflect and collect myself and not have the urgency to get somewhere or be somewhere or be doing something. So I'm learning how to just rest and be present where I am, which is not hard to do when this is where I am. It's really peaceful. There's people running and biking, but overall the park is pretty quiet and chill, and we have like the perfect weather right now. I would feel like it's probably like 78. There's like a nice kind of coolness to the air. So yeah, just relaxing here before we eventually make our way over to Brooklyn, where we'll be spending most of today. So excited to explore more there, and of course to take you guys with me. Stop in Soho at Alex Nanny. Yay! To get our pineapple friendship bracelets. So shout out to the girls who work there. They were super sweet, so super helpful. made it to Brooklyn Bridge Park, thanks to Grace.
I did it. I cooked it.
Did it.
And now we have this incredible view. We're gonna enjoy a nice long leisurely stroll along the water. Emphasis on leisurely because us Angelinos we're hurting a little bit with all the mileage we're putting in. So I have never seen Manhattan from across the water, so pretty amazing, pretty obsessed. We have a nice breeze here, which is also great because today has been the hottest day of our trip. It's also our last day, so we're grateful that the high 80s waited until the weekend. I'm not sure we would have lasted, so yeah.